Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I want to do a real quick video on 3-layered Swiss Army knives. Now, whenever I refer to a layer, it just means a layer of tools. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I do not have as many 3-layered knives as I actually thought. Personally, I do not buy too many 3 layers because I just personally think if you're going to go with 3, you might as well go with 4. Primarily because when you hit the 4th layer, you usually gain something that the 3-layer will not give you. So the best example of this probably could be like the, let's see, as I try to navigate all my Swiss Army knives. So without having them fall all over the place. So you could either go with a Huntsman, which has the corkscrew, or you could go with the Fieldmaster, which has the Phillips. So these are 4-layered knives, and those are really good. I just feel like if you're gonna go with 3, you might as well go with 4. And then you can also go with an Explorer. You get the inline Phillips, and then you get a magnifying glass scissors, and then small blade, large blade, cap lifter, can opener, and 2 screwdrivers. Then you get a hook on the back, and then you get your corkscrew, and then an awl. So you get a lot more tools with the 4 layers, but personally, if you don't want that added bulk, maybe a 3-layer knife is your pick. Now, I have only 5. So personally, one that I love is the Traveler. This is essentially a climber, but I don't have the hook on the back. Now, this is probably from the late 80s, and essentially you get the large blade, and then you get a small blade, and then you get your cap lifter, and then you get your can opener. But then the 3rd layer, you get this nice set of scissors here. So that's one of the benefits of having the 3rd layer is you get a set of scissors, or unlike the Traveler, let's say you go with a camper, the camper throws in a saw. So you get a saw with your 3rd layer instead of the scissors, and maybe you just don't need the scissors. Maybe you need the saw more than the scissors, and personally, in my experience, I've found more uses for the saw than I have for the scissors. So maybe the camper is the way you want to go. But then you have Victorinox's answer to basically Wenger's discontinued line of knives, and this is the Evo Grip 14, and this essentially is a Traveler because you don't have a hook, but it's in an 85mm frame. So you've got these nice grippy rubber scales here with red plastic there, but then you get your nice bellied blade that Wenger used to make. And then what you get is the Wenger style scissors. And these scissors are nice because they are going to be an 85mm sized scissor, and they're not going to be as big as the 91. Maybe you just don't need that. So this is another real good way to go. But the other reason why I went with one of these is because you get the nail file and nail cleaning tool instead of a secondary blade. So that's the Evo Grip 14. Now let's say you just don't want any of those and you just want to go with a compact classic. You can go with the Traveler from Wenger. Now this is a discontinued model, but it's essentially this knife, but in a much more carryable size. You don't have the bulkiness, you don't have the essential like girthiness of this size, but you get all those nice Wenger tools. You get the Wenger can opener, you get the Wenger style cap lifter with a locking screwdriver, the Wenger styled blade, and then you get the nail cleaner and nail file. But on this, you get the scissors. So it's essentially an 85mm knife, and you get some really, really nice scissors. Now, let's just say you just don't want the plus scales or any of that, and you just want a robust knife, then you've got the Pioneer X. Now, the Pioneer is substantially different than your standard Victorinox knives. You get these anodized aluminum handles, but you get an awl here, which is really nice. And this is actually based upon the 1961 Swiss soldier's knife. So you get a really thick blade here, some thick stock, and you get a 93mm frame. You get a cap lifter screwdriver wire stripper, and then you also get the can opener and small flathead. But what's great about this is you get the 93mm sized scissors. Now, really, I say 93mm sized scissors. They are essentially the same size as the Victorinox 91mm scissors. There's really not a difference. So they're just packing another set of scissors in this frame, and you don't get the toothpick or tweezers. Now, personally, I don't carry this one too much just because it's a little heavier than these, but I really do like having the tweezers and toothpick, and then I also like having the back scale tools. I find the back tools to be very useful, and then you also can pack in a small micro screwdriver if you needed it. So these are a few of my picks of 3-layered knives, and I don't have very many, but I find these to be very good choices. So if you're looking for 3-layered knives, these are my recommendations because these are what I carry. If you have any 3-layered recommendations for anybody that's watching this video, just leave them down in the comments. And I just wanted to give somebody a good idea of what you can get in the 3-layered knives from Victorinox or even Wenger. So till the next one, I'll talk to you guys later.